Ellen DeGeneres has had quite the 365 days or so. If you've been paying attention, she went from one of the top stars in the daytime talk show world and one of its biggest moneymakers to someone who was called out for her toxic workplace, lost sponsors and guests who would appear on her show, and had multiple internet movements put against her to try and cancel her show. It didn't work, obviously, and she's still rolling in it and living the life the way that she wants. So, given that, allow us to show you Ellen DeGeneres, her net worth and lifestyle. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. 9. Her net worth. Despite the various incidents in her show recently, which we'll get to, Ellen DeGeneres is still an incredibly wealthy woman. In fact, as of February 2021, her net worth was stated to be about $370 million. Now, this might seem odd at first, given that the bulk of her fame has come from her talk show, but don't forget that one of the richest women in the world today is Oprah, and she could say the same thing. And that's the trick. Not unlike Oprah before her, Ellen used her popular show and exposure to go and get deals with other people to expand her reach. She started getting voice jobs in Disney Pixar movies. She was a spokesperson for certain credit cards and clothing stores, and so on. She's gotten other TV shows hosted by her like Game of Games, and so on. She's expanded her reach and the money poured in from there. She's also big into real estate, as we'll show you later, and she's not above buying a big house, then selling it for big profit later. In short, she's smart with how she gets her money. 8. Her show. One of the reasons that the Ellen DeGeneres show was one of the most popular shows on television was because the show was so fun. And Ellen went all out in order to make sure that it was fun, entertaining, and that the guests and the audience itself really had a good time. The show has been going on for many years now, decades. You can bet that she wants to make sure every single show meets her style, both visually and content-wise. So yeah, that takes money, and she's willing to spend it, at times, in order to make her dreams for each show happen. The audience can also testify to that, because Ellen often buys them gifts when they come onto her show. One time, a very lucky studio audience got to split the gift of $1 million. Considering that the average audience for Ellen's show was about a few hundred people, that's a pretty nice split. And she's given away cars, vacations, and more during her 18-season run.
Being arrested? That wasn't the question.
7. $24 million California beach house. Ellen not only has multiple houses, she has a $24 million California beach house, and she actually put it up for sale back in 2019. Here's the thing though, they only had it for 2 years, and when Ellen and her wife Portia got it, it was only worth $18 million. The 6,862 square foot estate sits on 1.13 acres, including 77 feet of beachfront property. According to the listing, and Carpinteria, a small beach town, is 11 miles east of Santa Barbara. The main house has 3 bedrooms and 3.5 bathrooms, as well as a living room that has floor-to-ceiling windows that slide open to a deck. There are views of the Pacific Ocean. This beach house has all the fixings to make it stand out, including beautiful terraces. The kitchen goes out into an outdoor patio. The house even has a gym and a tennis court. Oh, and if you're looking for a little privacy, there's a private rooftop with a fireplace. 6. Beverly Hills Mansion. If you are curious about Ellen's current living quarters, for the most part they live in Beverly Hills, 90210. She still lives there in a gorgeous mansion, or to be more accurate, a $45 million two-door style home in Beverly Hills, which you know it has got to be good for Ellen to spend $45 million on it. Oh, and she bought that house in 2019. Her new place has 10,376 square foot, 5 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms. The master suite features a terrace, a lofted ceiling, and a walk-in closet with lots of space. There is also a wood-fired oven, a lounge, and a gorgeous swimming pool outdoors. You can bet she's very comfortable in this place, and believe it or not, there were 2 owners of this place before her and Portia, including from the lead man of Maroon 5, Adam Levine, whom he has had a very good friendship with Ellen over the years.
That hard, right?
5. Santa Barbara home. This is yet another house that Ellen bought in 2019, and yeah, it resides in Santa Barbara, California. Unlike the Beverly Hills home, this one didn't quite cost as much, only $35 million. The mansion is at the Montecito Hills and is inspired by the Balinese and Asian style. The 8,188 square foot home has 3 bedrooms, and there's a lovely pond outdoors. The impressive home has lavish materials like black limestone, oak floors, bamboo ceilings, and Afformosia wood accents. If you combine the total values, including the total they're selling the beach house for, that's about $94 million worth of homes and property that she's invested in, and that's a lot of money that could be put, well, anywhere else, to be honest.
In your bedside table.
Money, phone, and bike guard.
4. Porsche Cayenne. You may not realize this about Ellen DeGeneres, but she's a lady who loves cars, and in regards to some of her favorites, that would be the Porsche line of vehicles. She loves herself a Porsche so much so that she's gotten multiple kinds of them within her garage, with one of the most expensive ones being the Porsche Cayenne, which cost her about $84,000, which is about double what most people are willing to spend on their vehicles. But hey, it's Ellen, she can afford it. The vehicle features a twin turbocharged 4.8-liter V8. Its motor produces 550 horsepower, which is a fancy way of saying that this car has some serious speed and pickup. Speed that Ellen has jokingly admitted she's taken advantage of at certain times. "I really don't speed that much, but I was speeding another time," she said in an interview. The TV show host admitted she got rid of a ticket after the police officer recognized her. Oh, to be famous, the privilege.
What?
3. Vacations. One of the things that many people dream of doing if we had millions upon millions of dollars is getting ourselves on a plane and taking off to destinations both known and unknown in order to have the best possible vacations, right? Well, Ellen understands that desire, and so every summer her and her wife Portia go out on extravagant vacations. They particularly like Europe and have spent a lot of time there. But if they want to, they'll go to other continents, such as when they went to Kenya in Africa and did a lot of good there while also having fun. 2020 didn't allow them to have a lot of expeditions, vacation-wise, and that definitely affected them, among other things. 2. Portia. We've already mentioned Ellen's wife, Portia de Rossi, a few times on this list already, but we want to talk about her specifically for a bit because whether you love, hate, or really hate Ellen, there are a few truths about her life and lifestyle that can't be ignored. Not the least of which is that she cares for her wife with all she has. That may sound odd given the scandals about her not caring for certain other people in her care, quote unquote, but with Portia, she absolutely will drop everything to go and be with her, help her if she needs it, and so on. It's because of Portia that they go on all these vacations. She's given Portia all sorts of incredible gifts over the years and even set up charities in her name. And even when the scandals were all around her, Portia was there, and Ellen thanked her for that. What's sad though is that she doesn't transfer that kindness to others.
That's I think we're hiking right there.
1. Her nature. If you were to ask people what they thought of Ellen DeGeneres in January 2020, you would hear people say that she's the be kind lady and that she's the eccentric but beloved host of her own talk show. Fast forward to January 2021, and you'll hear very different answers because during the course of 2020, Ellen DeGeneres was exposed as being not only a toxic personality on the set of her hit show, but running a very toxic workplace. After a series of incidents at the start of the pandemic, people stepped forward to reveal how Ellen had treated them, and it was very eye-opening. For months, this happened, and the stories ranged from Ellen treating people like peasants to allowing her executive producers to be racist and misogynistic. And some stories even said that her own staff couldn't look at her or talk to her unless it was important. Her apology on this matter was anything but good, and her ratings have dropped by over 1 million since the 18th season premiere. It goes to show you can only hide behind a fake smile for so long. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the lifestyle and wealth of Ellen DeGeneres and how she spends and uses it? Does any of what you've seen here surprise you in terms of her purchases or how she chooses to live her life? Do you watch Ellen's show anymore? Or did you drop out after her toxic workplace scandal? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.